What's up, guys? So today I get to talk about one of the most popular topics on my streams, Blitz, and how to not suck at it. So what I've done is recorded a full opening Blitz run for Orb Assault, and I'm going to be basically fast forwarding through it, giving pointers throughout the run. Alright, so on to the strategy. First things first, prep. So you can effectively save Blitz recharges beyond the cap without buying anything. As you can see here, I have 490 Blitz recharges banked, and then another 100 from my dailies, and another 270 from my challenges. That means, effectively, I have almost 900 Blitz recharges ready to go. This is where you want to be sitting going into any Blitz you really want to score high for. The next thing I get asked is always, should I start from the top of my roster or the bottom? The bottom. Period. You want to save your characters that are worth the most points for the higher multipliers. Think about it. Do you want a 10,000 point team getting a ×1 multiplier and a 500 point team getting a ×3 multiplier? Or do you want a 500 point team getting a ×1 multiplier and a 10,000 point team getting a triple multiplier? Start at the bottom. I always feel comfortable putting the first match on auto fight, even using a full aim team. I've only ever seen someone manage to lose this match maybe once in my entire time playing MSF. Now you'll see me refreshing Aim Monstrosity here, and I can already hear the fingers hitting the keyboards to ask, why are you already spending a recharge on Aim Monstrosity? What the fuck? There's a simple answer. I only have 9 characters that are level 30, all the rest are 50 plus. I took my 5th Hydra minion up for the 1-turn kill challenge, so I have to refresh one Lobby or I'll imbalance the entire team. Don't worry, I'll survive losing those 5 recharges.
My name is Veteran, I have a swole KP.
Match 3 is just making our way through the bottom of the roster. Match 4 is the first one where you want to pay some attention. You don't need to bring out a crazy team, but losing this match will set you really far back, so you want to bring a team that is at least kind of reliable. For me, the Kree team plus Ronin are reliable enough for an easy win in a tier 2. Then it's back to climbing from the bottom. Let's speed this up.
My name is Veteran, I have a swole KP.
Side note, I've heard that if you're losing a match, you can force close the app and your characters will go on cooldown, but you won't get demoted for the loss. Now, as someone who creates content for this game, I would never feel comfortable encouraging people to exploit, so I must say that I do not suggest that you force close the app if you are going to lose because it saves you from being demoted a Blitz tier. So now we're at the match to get into tier 3. Again, you want to run a fairly reliable team. They don't have to be sure to win, just an actual team that is structured kinda well. For example, I'm running a full hero team with Miss Marvel, as well as the Ant-Man Wasp combo. Those synergies alone should be fine to get the win. Now you'll notice that I've skipped over some characters here. While there are 1 or 2 that I skip because they are just terrible and or a liability, I'm looking at you, Kree Royal Guard. The ones I'm skipping up here are on one of my sure-to-win teams. A sure-to-win team is a team that I can always rely on to win for me, even in Tier 8. I do have a video showing how to build sure to win Blitz teams, but at the end of the day, it's pretty unique to each roster. I help people assemble all their current sure to win teams via roster reviews, which you can sign up for via the Patreon link in the video description below. Heads up though, I've been flooded with requests in the past few days, so I'm like 2 to 3 days backlogged at the moment. Anyway, you want to save your sure to win teams for the end, because there's one very important principle you must understand to master Blitz. Do not lose. A loss sets you back much farther than a win sets you forward, so your goal should always be to avoid losing. This is why I save my strong, dependable teams for the later matches, because I have to continue winning. With my roster, the time comes to bring out my first sure to win team going into match 3 of Tier 3. Now it's at this point that I pivot from doing what you should do and start doing what makes sense for me to do. If your roster isn't the same size as mine, let me show you what you should do. So as you can see here, I have 5 sure to win teams and 15 total teams. To reach Tier 8, you have to play 28 matches. I play my 10 scrub teams, and then I refresh all 5 of my sure to win teams, which lands me in Tier 8 at the end of my first push. If you have fewer teams, let's say you have 11 total teams and only 3 that are sure to win, you want to wait to refresh your top teams. This is because you want to take advantage of the free refreshes every 2 hours to get 3 more wins each time from your sure to win. That way, when you start using your recharges, you are getting more points for it due to being at a higher multiplier. Important to note, however, that you for sure always want to spend at least 300 charges on day 1, because the ones from your dailies and the unclaimed ones from the challenges will disappear at the end of the day. You want to make sure those do not go to waste.
Ronin detected. Ronin detected.
Anyway, once it makes sense for you to pay for the recharges, you want to keep refreshing your lowest sure to win Blitz teams as you work your way to the top. You'll see as it plays through that my top team doesn't even see the field until Tier 7.
Ronin detected. Ronin detected.
And there you have it, just shy of 500,000 points on my initial run of the Orbasol Blitz. Still have 370 unclaimed Blitz charges as well, which means I'm actually still sitting at 480. If you're struggling with things like how to build a sure-to-win Blitz team, or how to choose the best matchups for your teams, or how to adapt mid-fight to score a win, that advice is all directly tied to your roster. Which characters you're using and at what power level and with what ability levels makes all the difference there. For that, all I can suggest is a roster review where I can work with you one-on-one. By the way, if you were wondering how I did in this Blitz, the answer is this good. And finally, I want to take a second to tell you how you can support the channel completely for free and maybe even win some power cores. So today marks the launch of BlueStacks 4.0, an Android emulator for PC and Mac that allows you to play Marvel Strike Force on your computer, just like you see in my videos. It's completely free for you guys. They are an affiliate sponsor of the channel, so for everyone that downloads BlueStacks 4 and or Marvel Strike Force via my referral link, they make a generous donation to the channel. So for every 25 people that download BlueStacks, I'll be giving away $10 worth of power cores to a random commenter in my next video. So I'll give you guys a few days to build up a nice pile of power cores, and then we'll have some fun for that next video. They aren't paying me to say this. I wholeheartedly feel that BlueStacks 4 is way better than BlueStacks 3. It's much faster, much smoother, period. I'm happy to promote it for them because it's awesome. Also, if you are wondering, if you are currently playing from an iPhone, yes, you can access your main account on the emulator. It doesn't matter what you're playing on now. You can switch back and forth between the two as easily as opening the app. It's super easy. Anyway, that about wraps up this crash course on Blitz, so as always, thank you guys so much for the support. I'm going to go work on some roster reviews, so I will see you guys for a Loki review and some power cord giveaways real soon. Peace!